Namaste and welcome to the 27th episode of TeaTalk. This is your Sathi, Shilu, again with a very special guest today. यो प्लेटफर्ममा हामी परिवारको कुरा गर्छौँ अनि पेशागत रोजाइ र भोगाइहरूको कुरा गर्छौँ। त्यसले गर्दा आज पनि जो मसँग हुनुहुन्छ, he came from a family of two working parents, हैन? अहिले त सबैजना धेरै जस्तो परिवारमा दुवैजना working parents हुन्छ, तर I want to take you back to like a decades, हैन? 20 वर्ष अगाडिको अथवा 30 वर्ष अगाडिको त्यो हाउसहोल्डमा लाँदैछु, जसको चाहिँ दुवैजना प्यारेन्ट्सले चाहिँ आफ्नो क्षेत्रमा एउटा विशिष्ट स्थान, हैन, एउटा नाम स्थापित गर्न सफल हुनु भएको छ। द ड्याड भीमदर्शन रोका, ही वाज अ प्रोमिनेन्ट राइटर, प्रवर्तक अफ मुक्तक, हैन, नेपालमा पायोनियर मुक्तकको, र त्यसबाहेक ही इज अ इन्स्पायरिङ टिचर, लाइफ लङ एजुकेटर हुनुहुन्थ्यो भने द मदर मीना रोका was the first woman in the administrative job, हैन, पहिलो वर्किङ वुमनको रूपमा हुनुहुन्थ्यो उहाँ भनेपछि त्यो फ्यामिलीको जेठो छोराको रूपमा अमर रोका आज उहाँ हामीसँग हुनुहुन्छ र he is a prominent writer himself, he is a poet and an inspiring father himself. So without wasting any time, let's meet Shri अमर रोका र उहाँसँगको यो टी टकमा चाहिँ उहाँको बाल्यकाल, उहाँको फ्यामिलीको तितो मिठो, रमाइलो नरमाइलो र जानी भोगेका अनुभवहरूको बारेमा कुरा गरौँ। अनि खेर त्यसपछि let's spend some time with him. आइता नमस्ते अनि आजको टी टकमा वेलकम छ अमर रोकाज्यू, हजुरलाई।
Thank you. नमस्कार सबैजनालाई. Thank you Shilu for this opportunity.
हजुर, यो प्लेटफर्ममा चाहिँ हामी एकदम फ्यामिलीको कुरा गर्छौँ, हुन्छ नि, परिवार र पेशा दुईटा कुरा गर्छौँ। अनि त्यसले गर्दा चाहिँ हजुर आफै पनि यु बिलोङ टु अ फ्यामिली अफ लाइक बोथ वर्किङ प्यारेन्ट्स, हैन, बाट आउनु भएर अहिले त प्राय जस्तो सबै घरहरूमा वर्किङ प्यारेन्ट्स हुन्छ, तर जुन बेलामा हजुरको बाल्यकाल बित्यो नि, द्याट वाज लिटल बिट डिफरेन्ट देन द टाइम अहिलेको भन्दा, हैन। अनि त्यसले गर्दा त्यो बारेमा अलिकति यस्तो कुरा सुन्न मन छ, कुरा गर्न मन छ आजको चियासँगै। तर सबैभन्दा पहिला सुरु गर्दा चाहिँ हजुर आफ्नो बारेमा बताइसु नि त, कहाँ होइसिन्छ, के गर्दै होइसिन्छ आजकल?
ओके, थ्याङ्क यू क्वेसनको लागि। म चाहिँ नि अहिले हालमा त न्युयोर्कमा छु। विगत 15 वर्षदेखि म मेरो परिवारसँग न्युयोर्कमा बस्दैछु, हैन। करिब विगत 10 वर्ष जति भयो चाहिँ नि म आइटी फिल्डमा काम गर्छु। यसै गरेर चलिरहेको छ। तर के भन्दाखेरि on the back of my head त्यो एउटा कर्नर चाहिँ नि नेपाल नै बनाएर बसेको छु, हैन। I was born in Nepal, in Kathmandu. त्यसपछि I grew there and I did my studies there. I worked there for more than half my life.
Right.
अनि त्यसपछि चाहिँ नि अब चोइसेसको कुरा भन्ने हो भने चाहिँ नि अब वास्तवमै just having said that I worked in Kathmandu, हैन, मलाई झलक्क झलको आयो कि मेरो फर्स्ट जब चाहिँ which was not really my choice. त्यो चाहिँ मैले कसरी आफूलाई सुरु गरेको थिएँ, how I had started with my first job in Kathmandu भन्ने कुरा शेयर गर्न चाहन्छु यही सन्दर्भमा। के भयो भन्दाखेरि धेरै सानो एजमा मैले I was I think 17-18 years old. So त्यतिखेर चाहिँ नि after giving the high school exams, due to some political disturbances, we had to wait for 1 year to get into college. So, and that time gap was big worry for my parents. But I was happy my 1 year vacation was right ahead. तर चाहिँ नि के भयो भन्दाखेरि there was something else cooking on the mind of my parents. So कहिले चाहिँ नि मलाई टाइपिङ सिक, हैन। त्यतिखेर चाहिँ नि the only thing I had for my parents was respect and love. So I could not say no. So कहिले टाइपिङ सिक्न जान्थे, हैन, sometimes गिटार सिक्न जान्थे। Finally one day they came to tell me that okay, we have found a job for you. Start on this job. So So my calculation was like where to travel, who with to travel, which friends to go with. All those were shatters, and I ended up working in Sarvocha Adalatma.
Oh my
So
God.
मैले चाहिँ
What? You're a teen, होइन?
17-18 वर्षको उमेरमा चाहिँ नि होइन मैले मेरो फर्स्ट जब चाहिँ नि which was totally not my choice. I had started like that. अनि त्यो चाहिँ नि back then it was like kind of bitter experience for me. But now when I look back and think about how much I gathered at that age from that good job, so that I think always paid for me.
Oh my God, yeah.
त्यसरी चाहिँ नि अनि
त्यो
पछि
रिमेम्बरिङ किनभने यस्तै कुराहरू हुन्छ नि त्यो सानो सानो डट्सहरू अहिले आएर कनेक्ट हुन्छ नि जब हुन्छ नि त्यतिखेर हेर्दा ला मैले गिटारमा बढी टाइम साथीसँग जानु पाएको भए हुन्थ्यो भर्सस वेन यु स्टार्टेड द्याट अहिले आएर हेर्दा चाहिँ युआर थ्याङ्कफुल र त्यो कस्तो मिठो मेमोरी सेयर गर्छ हजुरले
त्यही त अनि त्यसरी चाहिँ नि मैले 1 वर्ष जति काम गरेँ होइन अनि पछि चाहिँ नि आई स्टार्टेड माई करियर विथ नेभिल ब्याङ्क
हजुर
त्यसपछि चाहिँ नि देयर आफ्टर आई मुभ्ड अन एन्ड मुभ्ड अन एन्ड मुभ्ड अन एन्ड मुभ्ड अन there were roads I walked like which were not my choice, or let's say the roads I walked that with my choice.
Right.
I was in pain also.
Sure.
But the road it was not my choice. I walked in joy. So and vice versa.
Right.
There were also some roads. Those were just straightened right in front of me with no choice, but like unconditional challenge. And I walked. So that is how I have rolled up to here, and here I am. मेरो बारेमा त्यही हो.
एकदमै एकदमै कस्तो राम्रोसँग बताइसियो र त्यतिखेर चाहिँ आई क्यान इमेजिन हुन्छ नि सम अफ द रोड्स द्याट यु बाई चोइस र सम चाहिँ वाट एभर कम इन फ्रन्ट होइन त्यसमा अगाडि बढ्दै आउँदा अहिले हामी लुक ब्याक गर्दा जुन एउटा रिफ्लेक्ट गरेर हेर्दा चाहिँ देयर सो मेनी थ्याङ्कफुल मोमेन्ट्स वी ह्याभ है अनि त्यो सबै हुँदाहुँदै पनि हजुरले भन्छ नि जब म चाहिँ 1 इयरको भ्याकेसन जस्तोमा टाइममा थिएँ जब केम टु यु होइन भन्दा त्यसमा भन्दा कहिलेकाहीँ हाम्रो प्यारेन्ट्सको रोल आउँछ फ्यामिलीको रोल आउँछ हामी सबै परिवारमा बस्दा सो टेक मी ब्याक टु योर चाइल्डहुड जुन बेलामा चाहिँ हजुर सानो हुँदा वेन युर ग्रोइङ अप इन त्यो वर्किङ प्यारेन्ट्सको हाउस होल्डमा जतिखेर वेन युर मम वाज वर्किङ होइन अनि ड्याड वाज वर्किङ र अहिले सम्झी हेर्दा चाहिँ त्यो बाल्यकालमा कस्तो फिल हुन्छ त हाउ डु यु फिल ह्याभिङ योर मम गोइङ टु अफिस एभ्री डे
Okay, thanks for the question. Actually, my childhood was my golden time of life. त्यसको लागि चाहिँ नि I'm really very happy all through my life.
Sure.
I'm thankful to my parents.
Exactly.
And together with my parents, I'm thankful to family members of my matriarchal side of family who were able to take care of me at the time when my mom used to go for work. वास्तवमै अब like that was the time when she joined. She is the first female employee of Nepal government.
So what an honor, एकदमै अहिले सम्झेर हेर्दा फर्किँदा.
And at that time, it was not really accepted by the society that a woman would go for work and work whole day and come back. So she had to struggle, and she had to face many difficulties.
Sure.
She had explained later in my life. But I feel proud, and when I was a child, I could not understand all about her struggle and all that. But when I look back now, that it makes me feel like every wrinkle on her face has a history behind it. So see how she struggled. र त्यसले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ नि होला कि यति राम्रो सुन्दर wonderful childhood I had. So still यो उमेरमा पनि र पछिसम्मै पनि सायद हैन a corner of my heart, mind is there. I mean, it always is with my childhood. It will always there. with my childhood, and it will always sit by my mother and by my father, and that corner is always there. त्यति राम्रो सुन्दर बिताएको थिएँ तर के भन्दाखेरि अब she went to work and dad went to work, but I was in good hand. And we were three children, the elder sister, and younger brother, and me. But my younger brother, he's 80 years old, younger than me, and he went to Brazil Country School, and he lived there. So my sister and me, we were just about 40 years of my life. I had the opportunity to be together, to spend with my parents. And during entire that time, kaile pani I never heard them arguing.
Oh my God.
Fighting. There was one day I thought something is wrong, something is not right. But later, a few days later, mom told me that she was very disappointed with her father. And I asked why, what happened. Then she told me that she was a government employee. And my dad, a tax office, the local tax office was right in our neighborhood.
Okay.
My dad went there to ask for a form so he could pay tax for his bicycle.
Oh my God.
And he told my mom, and she got embarrassed. And that was the one and the only time that I came to know
beautiful.
that
Paying tax
something
for the bicycle at that
was
time.
going within house, but otherwise all through, I never saw them, heard them arguing or anything like that. And that gap, I think I fulfilled with my sister because we used to fight a lot. So one day, if I go to sleep in my room without fighting, I felt like I was a loser.
Okay.
So those were the time. Those were the. It was my childhood time, and it was so wonderful, so respectable parenthood they gave me. I'm very thankful. I'll always remain thankful to them for all that. So that's why perhaps I still carry on the part of.
प्यारेन्ट्सको अगाडि दादा नतमस्तक छु जहिले पनि भएँ यार पार्ट अफ फ्यामिली र त्यति हुँदाहुँदै पनि हजुरले अहिले अहिले म जुन एरियामा एज अ फ्यामिली साइन्टिस्टको रूपमा काम गरिरहेको छु एज अ रिसर्चरको रूपमा काम गरिरहँदा चाहिँ इट्स भेरी रियर टु सी सच काइन्ड अफ कपल आई मिन एउटा त्यो आफूमा म्युचुअल हुन्छ नि लभ मात्र त भएन एउटा अन्डरस्ट्यान्डिङ रेस्पेक्ट फर इच अदर त्यसरी जाँदा र त्यसको इम्प्याक्ट जब छोराछोरीहरूमा पर्छ नि दे आर द रिचेस्ट दे आर द वेल्दिएस्ट ब्लेस्ड र युआर होइन अनि त्यति त्यो कस्तो मिठो मेमोरीले जस्ट यु मेड मी इमोसनल दा हजुर यस्तो एजुकेटेड फ्यामिलीबाट आइस्यो होइन दुवैजना नै एजुकेसनमा पनि वर्कमा पनि फ्यामिली एथिक्समा सबै कुरामा त्यस्तोसँग आइस्यो अनि एउटा कुरा चाहिँ मलाई कस्तो यो प्लेटफर्ममा कुरा गर्न मन लागेको कुरा चाहिँ डिड योर प्यारेन्ट्स लाइक बोथ होइन बुवाले पनि मुवाले पनि डिड दे इन्फ्लुएन्स अथवा चाहिँ तिमी यही बन्नुपर्छ यही रोजाइ गर्नुपर्छ अथवा बी दिस भन्छ नि अब हाम्रो जेनरली भन्दा एकदम डक्टर इन्जिनियर लयर देयर आर द फर्स्ट थ्री चोइसेस नेपालमा मात्र होइन इभन इन हियर होइन दोज आर द फर्स्ट थ्री चोइसेस जस्तो हुन्छ र अरू पनि यो बन्नुपर्छ त्यो बन्नुपर्छ भन्ने आयो कि अथवा दे लेट यु चुज आई मिन हु यु वान्ट टु बी
करियर चुज गर्ने
बेलामा हजुर अब आफ्नोमा त होइसिन्थ्यो तर हजुरलाई कसरी डिड दे मेड यु अर लेट यु फ्री
I think they never tried to impose anything on me. And I had the freedom to choose my own career. And perhaps that is because the influences, I mean, both of them, they had already been in my influence.
That's the catchword, that's the catchword. Oh my God, already, right?
All my life. So they judged me, and they had a faith, they had a belief by the time I would choose my career that I will choose something that will not jeopardize any expectation of theirs or mine. So that is how I think.
Oh my God, you just nailed this question, दादा. मलाई भन्न नै आएन कि किन भनेदेखि कति कुरामा चाहिँ कतिजनासँग यो प्रोफेसनली कुरा गर्दा, फ्यामिलीसँग कुरा गर्दा होइन यो कि गर्न लगायो कि नभए मेरो आफ्नो चोइस हुन्छ, तर हजुरले भन्छ नि द्याट वाज वान अफ द बेस्ट आन्सर आई रिसिभ्ड. दे अलरेडी भन्छ नि जतिखेर हामीले आफ्नो छोराछोरीहरूलाई पनि एज अ प्यारेन्ट्स हामीले जुन संस्कार दिइरहेको हुन्छौँ, सिकाइरहेको हुन्छौँ, शिक्षा दिइरहेको हुन्छौँ, जे आफूले जानेको हुन्छ नि त्यसबाट we don't have to tell them what to do, what not. होइन एउटा इन्स्टिल भइसकेको हुन्छ र हजुरले कस्तो राम्रोसँग बताइसियो. I'm so thankful for like what you just shared with me. अनि दादा हजुरको कुनै डिड यु हेभ एनी लाइक चाइल्डहुड ड्रिम हुन्छ नि यो गर्छु अथवा त्यो गर्छु अथवा कुनै थियो फुलफिल भयो भएन सेयर गर्छु कुनै रमाइलो.
वेल एक्चुअली मलाई कस्तो लाग्छ भन्दाखेरि म चाहिँ नि अहिलेको वास्तविक जिन्दगीमा पनि नि गुड ड्रिम गरेर हाई ड्रिम लिएर बाँच्ने मान्छे होइन जस्तो लाग्छ होइन. तर एज अ चाइल्ड आई ह्याड चाइल्डिश ड्रिम अल्सो. म सपनामै पनि देख्थेँ. मेरो इच्छा हुन्थ्यो कि मेरो आफ्नै मोटर होस् र म अफ रोडमा ड्राइभ गर्नु जाउँ होइन. अनि कस्तो हुन्थ्यो भन्दाखेरि मलाई असाध्यै मोटर मनपर्ने. अनि म मोटरलाई किन नुनन भन्थेँ. नुनन भन्थेँ. मैले दिएको नाम. मेरो गाडीको नाम चाहिँ नि नुनन होइन. अनि त्यसपछि मैले मोटर त्यस्तो धेरै मन पराउने देखेर चाहिँ नि अब त्यतिखेर देयर वर हार्डली वान कार द्याट वुड पास थ्रु द रोड. त्यो उसमा होइन देयर वाज नो ट्राफिक नथिङ. And my mom used to take me to show the car, and when it drove by me, then I used to run after it, saying Nunan, Nunan, Nunan.
That's a cute name.
यो पनि याद आयो कि चाहिँ नि 2019 मा हो मामीसित स्पेन्ड गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ नि मामीले सोध्नु भएको थियो एकचोटि अहिले पनि हाउ आर यु डुइङ विथ योर नुनन भनेर. So childhood dream, childish dream.
हजुरको पहिलो गाडीलाई त्यो नाम दिस्यो त?
No, मैले दिइनँ त्यो चाहिँ.
That's a beautiful memory. एकदमै thank you for sharing. अहिले आएर दादा अघि भन्छ नि अहिले पनि ड्रिमर त जहिले भइहालिन्छ. अनि यु आर सबै बिसाइड एभ्रिथिङ सबै कुरा राख्दा प्यारेन्ट्सलाई छेउमा राख्दा सबै राख्दा you are a poet, Dada. You are a prominent writer yourself. होइन त्यो पक्षलाई हेर्दा beside your father होइन हजुरलाई चाहिँ यो राइटिङमा इन्स्पायर केले भयो त अथवा कसले गर्यो हजुरको. अनि मैले beside father भने प्यारेन्ट्सको त जहिले पनि त्योमा भइहाल्छ तर एज अ राइटर yourself tell us about your writing journey. कसरी यो इन्ट्रेस्ट चाहिँ भयो कसरी गर्दै गइसियो. And I follow you. I follow you. You write एकदम amazing pieces. र त्यसमा भएको एउटा हुन्छ नि रस सौन्दर्य र प्लस भावना प्रकृति धेरै ओगटेको. I love that. र त्यसको बारेमा बताइसियो.
Thank you for the question, Shilu. Actually मैले अहिले टोपी लगाएको भए म टोपी नै खोल्नु पर्थ्यो होला तिम्रो यो प्रश्नको जवाफ दिनलाई. ओके खासमा मलाई I think I'm fortunate, I'm lucky in both the ways because इन्स्पिरेसनको कुरामा चाहिँ नि कस्तो लाग्छ भन्दाखेरि there are two ways. एउटा इन्स्पिरेसन चाहिँ दिन सक्ने बाट इन्स्पायर्ड हुनु होइन. एउटा आर्टिकल पढेर इन्स्पायर्ड हुनु होइन. कुनै एउटा फिल्म नै हेरेर इन्स्पायर हुनु भन्ने ती चिजहरू हो. त्यो एउटा पक्ष हो जस्तो लाग्छ. And the other side is that you by yourself also had to have that ability to perceive inspiration from wherever. like in my case, I told you I'm lucky in both the case. I am usually carried away by nature,
Sure.
clouds, mountains,
It reflects in your writing, yes. Yeah.
and even the very thought of humanity. And even when I walk outside in my neighborhood, I mean, I'm carried away by those buildings, just wondering how attached I am with each brick of the building of each of these buildings in my neighborhood. So my attachment, my own attachment, sometimes inspires me.
Sure.
And that ability, I think, little bit I have, but the bigger ability, I receive inspiration from other people, other gurus, and other literature and all that. So I think there are two ways. So my father, of course, I mean, he actually never taught me how to write a poem, or he never even recited his own poem all through my life. So he never did. He let me go open and persevere on, because it's a big world. So but I mean, throughout my life, his own lifestyle that he spent and how he behaved with his family, that itself was a poem.
For sure.
And like I consider my father as a very successful person to get inspiration from, because as a teacher, he was a successful one.
Very
As
much.
a poet, he was a successful one. And as a head of the family, he was very successful. And within the society, within the neighborhood, within community and friends, he was very successful also. So, which is why I consider him my first inspiration in my life, even if he did not really recited any poem for me. But yeah, otherwise the other inspirations, I mean, I cannot only take the name of one person who inspired me after my father, but there are many. I mean, yeah, even the bricks, even the road, even the trees, everything inspired me.
That's beautifully said, Dada. No wonder you are a wonderful poet, a writer, and an inspiration. You have inspired me in many ways as well. अनि यति भन्दामा दादा, if fun question यो चाहिँ, if time and money were not the issue, हैन, tell me one thing that you wanted to do or wish to do, Nepal, here, अथवा wherever, as a dreamer.
If time and money wasn't involved.
Right.
Okay, but in this case, I would want to put me out of being a dreamer and to come into the reality.
Okay.
And I would then have committed myself in a social service involving children and elderly people's betterment. So this would be outside the poetry, and of course I would do it in Nepal. So this is my dream, if money and time was not involved.
So I remember that. साँच्ची नै एल्डरहरूलाई अथवा चिल्ड्रेनहरूलाई सोसल एरियामा काम गर्नु हुन्छ नि हजुरको ड्रिम, र जुन रियालिटी होस् शुभेच्छा। यसको साथै भन्दा अलिकति फरकमा लाँदा चाहिँ अहिलेको यङ जेनेरेसनहरूको कुरा गर्दा, अनि फ्यामिली भ्याल्युजहरू हुन्छ हैन?
या स्योर, एकैछिन
या स्योर।
Sorry about that.
No, that's all right. That's all right. अनि भन्दा जस्तो यङ जेनेरेसनको अलिकति कुरा गरौँ, पहिलाको भन्दा अहिले फ्यामिली भ्याल्युजहरू फरक छ कतिमा, आफूले गरौँ भन्ने छ, यो त्यो भन्दा पनि दे हेभ सो मेनी अफ देयर ओन चोइसेस हैन, र एन्टरप्रेन्योरसिपको कुरा पनि आउँछ गर्दा चाहिँ टेल अस कहिले हजुरले चाहिँ यो बिजनेसकोमा अथवा चाहिँ एज एन एन्टरप्रेन्योर के गर्छु भनेर कहिले सोचिसो कि, अथवा व्हाट इज योर आइडिया अबाउट एन्टरप्रेन्योरसिप?
Well, entrepreneurship actually, I think, be it a small entrepreneurship or a startup, or let's say franchise, or even big ones, and even the biggest ones. But
Right.
but each of them eventually is directly, indirectly contributing to the society and
Sure.
to the economy. So that way, it is part of the globe as long as the human is there.
Right.
So it has to be there and it has to be encouraged for always. So
Sure.
that is how I see it. And yeah, that way it is very, very, very important. And actually, about me being into an entrepreneurship, yeah, actually, in my past life, yeah, I was involved, but I was actually in a garment manufacturing business.
Oh, okay.
For for about 12 years, I manufactured children's wear for Kmart Canada and also some buyers in New York.
Wow.
But my road was, it led me somewhere else. I was destined somewhere else. But entrepreneurship, it is very important part of life.
Oh my God. I didn't know about that part at all. That the reason I asked you is because seeing the richness of your background, your work experience and whatnot. And as a researcher of entrepreneurship, it always kind of fascinates me. But knowing you and your experience of like the last 12 years in that field, that totally amazed me. I would have to talk one day about this for sure. तर अहिलेलाई दादा अहिलेको यङ जेनेरेसनहरूलाई नै हेर्दा नै पनि अथवा चाहिँ हजुरले त अर्लियर नै आफूले काम गर्दै सिक्दै सिकाउँदै कति गर्दै गरेर आइसक्यो तर अहिलेको जेनेरेसनलाई चाहिँ why do you think अथवा if you think there is the need of financial literacy अथवा चाहिँ स्पेसली यङ जेनेरेसनलाई भन्दैछु उनीहरूलाई मनी ह्यान्डल गर्नुपर्छ भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ हामीले किन अर्ली अन सिकाउनु पर्छ होला जस्तो लाग्छ दादा एज अ प्यारेन्ट अथवा एज अ एन्टरप्रेन्योर योरसेल्फ एज अ वर्कर हामी के महत्त्व छ होला त फाइनेन्शियल एस्पेक्ट
You mean
making them aware about like money use हुन्छ नि अब स्पेशली हामी त यहाँ परको देशमा बस्छौँ भनौँ न एभ्रिथिङ इज काइन्ड लाइक वर्क इभल्भ अराउन्ड द क्रेडिट कार्ड पैसै चाहिँदैन कार्ड छँदैछ नि बच्चाहरूले दे लर्न अस युजिङ द कार्ड भर्सेस एक्चुअल मनी ह्यान्डलिङ होइन त्यो गर्दा चाहिँ जहिले जब मैले आफ्नो यो फ्यामिली एरियामा रिसर्च गर्दै गरेँ अनि आई वाज टोटली अमेज्ड झन्डै अलमोस्ट 70% मान्छेहरूको स्पेसली वुमेनको कुरा गर्दा फ्यामिलीकै कुरा गर्दा चाहिँ दे हेभ थर्ड ग्रेडर अफ फाइनेन्सियल लिटरेसीको एजुकेसन रहेछ त्यो हुन्छ नि त्यो देख्दा त मलाई ओ माई गड मलाई मात्र आउँदैन सबैजना मान्छेहरूको त त्यस्तै त रहेछ भने जस्तो लाग्यो र अनि हामी ठुलो भइसकेको अडल्टहरूलाई त फाइनेन्सियल लिटरेसीको जब मनी ह्यान्डल गरिरहेको हुन्छौँ सबै गरेका छौँ भने ज्ञान हुँदैन भने झन् हाम्रो बच्चाहरूलाई त झनै टोटल हुँदैन सो वाइ डु यु थिङ्क द्याट इट इज एसेन्सियल टु हेल्प देम अथवा
okay, basically financial literacy, I think, is another very important chapter, and that is what is going to give you the knowledge to access the financial world, today's financial world, and also to make you aware to manage your own money.
Yes.
Because money is something that is involved from the time you were born to the time one is dead.
Exactly.
Right? So what will be the best tool to help them all through their life? Financial literacy. Because once a person is financially literate, then only a child, let's say, he is not, right? But somebody who is growing him, he or she knows how to manage. So that way, from his a child's education on financial literacy should begin from the time he starts to walk, like 4 or 5 years of age. So as soon as he's ready to receive education, he is able to receive knowledge, one has to start to teach him about financial literacy, because that is important, very important fact, because we all work, we run all day working everything. But what happens if we are not literate financially? That is all going to go, half of it is going to get wasted because we don't know how to manage it.
Exactly.
So financial literacy, I think it plays a very important role in life all through.
All through. हजुरले भनेको कस्तो चित्त बुझ्यो, from birth to death, हैन? We need that. यति भन्दै दादा यस्तो राम्रोसँग सबै एरियामा, फ्रम लिटरेचर टु फाइनेन्शियल लिटरेसी टु फ्यामिली टु करियर, सबै एरियामा हजुरको आफ्नो टाइम दिएर आफ्नो थट्सहरू सेयर गरिदिनु भएकोमा आइ एम भेरी थ्याङ्कफुल। अनि हामी अलमोस्ट अन्त्यमै आइसक्यौँ अब टाइमले गर्दा। र अन्त्यमा बिफोर आई एन्ड अफ द मिटिङ, इज देयर एनिथिङ यु वान्ट टु सेयर?
I think I'm pretty much okay with it, because I think I shared everything, almost everything in summary though.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you, Shilu.
Thank you, Dada. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.